If you are a Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Virgo, you're going to want to pay attention to what's coming up this week. So first things first, happy to report that Mercury will officially end its retrograde on November 29th. We did it, Joe. But a word of caution, Mercury will technically clear its shadow period in the middle of December, December 16th. So even though we are technically out of Mercury retrograde after November 29th, you're still most likely going to be revisiting old matter from October 20th to about November 9th. But otherwise, this week is all about turning points. And I don't just mean Charlie Kirk. Because right off the bat on Monday, November 24th, we actually have Mars, the planet of action, the planet of assertion, the planet of ambition. It literally is squaring the nodes. Whenever a planet squares the nodes, you can think of this as a meaningful inflection point. Do I take the steps to move in the direction of evolution, or do I retreat back to my old habits? And when Mars is involved, there are a lot of questions of power and courage. Do I lean in the direction of the North Node, which is in Pisces, where there is more empathy, where there is more trust, where there is more faith, or am I kind of cowering back into the South Node, ruled by Mercury and Scorpio, where it's all about I gotta claim as much power as possible, I need to really control the people around me. There's a lot about manipulation. And Stephen Forrest writes this a lot about Mars squaring the nodes. Confidence in the inner warrior must be restored. So if you've been thinking about a decision or struggling with a decision during Mercury's retrograde, what am I going to do with this person? I want to say something, but I don't know what to say. You might find yourself in a moment where you're like, enough is enough. I'm going to stand up for myself. We're done, or you're done. What's also really interesting this week is on November 27th, on Thanksgiving, yes, Mercury retrograde will still be sponsoring Thanksgiving this year, but also you're going to want to pay attention to the fact that Saturn, the planet of discipline, reality checks, the lord of time, hard work, that is stationing direct on November 27th. So when you think again about a moment becoming crystal clear or something crystallizing, we've again been uncertain, and now we've arrived at this point of, actually, I know what I want to make a stand on. I'm going to double down. And you're also going to want to think about back to September 2nd, because that is when Saturn last moved back into Pisces. So since September 2nd all the way through November 27th this week, Saturn will be in Pisces retrograde for the last time in our lifetimes. Just kidding, but really for the next 30 years. And it's the idea that over the last couple of months, we've been looking to reclaim our authority around our creativity, around our spirituality, or maybe even the idea of what an ideal could be. But ultimately, this is part of a bigger story we're wrapping up since March of 2023, when Saturn first moved into Pisces.